Thanks, everybody, for hanging out this afternoon as we welcome you back to Jack Couch Park. Game one of two games this afternoon between the Majors and the Kitchener Panthers. I'm Neil Sherwaspa. Thank you so much for tuning us in this afternoon. No, the guy from Guelph's not in the wrong ballpark. We're filling in for Mark Perret, who's enjoying the long weekend.
And third base is Bobby Pepple.
And happy Sunday to you all as well, Tatum. Should be a great contest this afternoon. As Jose Arias for the Majors take on Nathan Laird and the Kitchener Panthers. And Austin Wilkie will be the first batter to face Laird. Laird, of course, a lot of innings this year for the Panthers. With a 3.80 ERA, 23 and 2/3 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts in that time frame as well. Saw some action on Thursday night against the Brantford Red Sox. Of course, the Panthers last night were part of history in the Royal City as Claudio Custodio broke the single-season strikeout record with 157 strikeouts last night. Best in the Canadian legend and Canadian Baseball Hall of Famer Ron Stead's record that stood for 57 years last night. 156 in total, and then Custodio came out in the 8th inning, pitched to one batter, got the strikeout, and exited the ball game. Of course, he held the Panthers in check to 2 hits. Panthers on the night got 3 hits total last night. Well, it should be a great afternoon of baseball anyways, and thank you so much for tuning us in. And I hope you guys are having a great long weekend. Of course, in Guelph, we call it John Galt weekend. I guess the official title is the Civic Holiday Weekend, so hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, in cottage country or wherever points in between. We do appreciate you guys and gals tuning us in. Hope to catch you at a live ballpark soon. As we're finally ready to go here, and Austin Wilkie will lead things off.
The first for the Majors, center fielder number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Wilkie steps in the box, and we're ready to get going here as Laird looks in for the sign. Ball one is high, and we're underway here. First pitch is 2:04 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, there's other action in the Air County this afternoon. Welland Jackfish in at Christie Pitts to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Hamilton Cardinals hosting the Guelph Royals this afternoon at Bernie Armour Stadium, and that one misses inside again, and the count is quickly 2 balls and no strikes to Wilkie. Of course, the London Majors welcome back Hall of Famer and former London Majors Ferguson Jenkins to the ballpark Friday night. Great to see Mr. Jenkins still out and about. And that one's flown out to the left field for the first out of the ball game.
Second baseman number 38, Jacob Newton.
Jacob Newton, the second baseman, will be the batter now. Newton batting .370 on the season. That's awesome, Scott. I guess not many people get to chat the chat interactive when these games are on, so we always leave it open for you guys and gals. Just ask to keep it clean. As that first pitch in there is a strike to Newton, and Laird's ahead of the count at 0-1. Laird gets the sign he likes and it throws down. Ball misses high, and this counts even at 1-1. A lot of baseball in the afternoon. Two 7-inning ball games on the docket this afternoon, as the Panthers and Majors are making up for a rainout as well. But so far this season, Mother Nature has cooperated very, very, very nicely here. Not too many rainouts. The occasional one here and there, but when the league announced the 42-game schedule, the first thing a lot of the IBL lifers were definitely doing was scheduling, scratching their head going, I don't know if they're going to get all 42 in or not, because it depends on the weather too, but we've had an unusually dry summer so far, so as this one's popped into left field as well, left fielder gives this one a chase, and that one's going to leave the ballpark here, actually. Jacob Newton with the solo blast puts the Majors in top, 1-0 here. That one just got up enough in the air and just got over the fence, and now Cleveland Brownlee with the batter here.
Designated hitter number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
We can definitely hope so, Eric. It's cloudy, but they don't look like the kind of rain clouds. They more look like the Cotton County kind of clouds here tonight, or this afternoon. As Brownlee will bat now. Brownlee is batting .370. Leads the league in home runs and in RBIs. Not bad for an old guy. First pitch to Brownlee misses for a ball. He swings and misses at the second pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. Brownlee came in batting .373, 12 home runs, 41 RBIs. I believe he's fifth in average now, but first in home runs and first in RBIs. Great to see the man from Georgia still playing this baseball game 11 seasons into this IBL career of his. He is probably one of the best ambassadors of the game, and especially the ambassadors of the IBL anyone could ever ask for. I don't think I've ever heard him turn down an interview request for an autograph, or anything. Just an absolute true gentleman in full effect. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, sometimes you're going to get my stuff from my Twitch feed over there too, so. As that one's fouled away. The count is 1-2. Brownlee goes down on strikes, and Laird gets out number 2 in the inning. And then I bring up Robert Mullen, who leads the league in average.
Catcher number 25, Robert Mullen.
No problems, Tatum. Spam sandwich, that's an interesting take for a Sunday afternoon. Yeah, plus you also get all the scores from the MLB popping through on the feed as well. Mullen's batting .439 entering play this afternoon. Leads the league by, I think, 60 points now. As Laird's first offering is in there for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Starling Joseph on deck for the Majors. Should Mullen find a way aboard here? Mullen gets all of that one, but it's going to hook foul. The count is quickly 0-2. No problems, Eric. Our pleasure. Always great to be able to entertain some fans from wherever you guys are. Laird looks in for the sign. Mahoney sets up on the outside part of the plate, and that one misses wide. And the count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Not a bad spot to miss there if you're Mahoney. Telling Laird to reach outside, trying to get Mullen to reach something outside of his comfort zone here and maybe get him to get himself out easily here. Ball misses inside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Mullen. Mullen's got 10 home runs, 35 RBIs to go with the league and batting average. Most teams now entering play today with 10 games remaining on the schedule. As Mullen goes down on strikes, and Laird gets out of the first inning with just a solo home run. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on as the majors go down. Panthers coming up after the break. Welcome back to Jack Couch Park. For the doubleheader this afternoon, I'm Neil Shrivastava. Thank you so much for joining us on your Sunday afternoon. The Majors leading the Panthers 1-0, thanks to the solo blast by Jacob Newton. So you get your first look at Jose Herreras. 69.2 innings pitched so far. His ERA is 0.90. He's definitely doing something special this year. 14 runs allowed, only 7 of them are earned, 24 walks, 100 strikeouts. If it wasn't for Claudio Custodio, he'd probably be the story of the season so far. Custodio, of course, breaking the all-time record last night for a single season with 157 strikeouts, besting the great Ron Stead. Of course, Arias is definitely getting in the close categories as far as the ERA titles, too. Stead had some really remarkable numbers those years. A .35 ERA and a .45 ERA. I think that was both the Brantford Red Sox. Back-to-back seasons. As that one goes out, grounded out quickly, and there's one away here. Good afternoon, Jeff. Thank you so much for watching over on Twitch.
Center fielder number 36, Blake Jacklin.
And Blake Jacklin will be the batter now. Jacklin batting .370 on the season. Panthers looking to get their hits going. As well, of course, last night they faced the Royals ace, and this afternoon they get to face the Majors one as well. So not an easy 12 hours here if you're a Kiffner or a Panther. That one misses for a ball. Jacklin hits this one up the middle. Off the glove of the second baseman, and no chance for a play. Took a high hop on him. And Jacklin's aboard with an E4.
First baseman number 37, Liam Wilson.
Panthers get a base runner here in the first and hoping that Liam Wilson can do something with it. Wilson batting .406 on the season after returning in late June. Doesn't have enough at-bats to qualify for the league leaders right now, but he would definitely be among them if he was. Sorry, Jackie. Hopefully don't get copyright strikes on this. Actually, it's not my account, so I'm okay. I don't have to worry about it. We'll let the Panthers deal with that one later. Apologies for hearing the wind, but it's nice up here. It's a little toasty up here, and the first pitch to Wilson misses for a ball. This is inside again. And the count is 2-0 to Wilson. Kitchener is at bat, yes. That one's fouled away there. And the count now is 1-2. Not a bad crowd here at Jack Couch this afternoon. A lot of fans were bringing out the umbrellas just to keep the shade in. But not a bad crowd at all. It's filling in nicely on both sides. This one's popped up in the infield. Actually, it's going to go to the outfield. The right fielder will call for it, makes the catch, and there's two away. Wilson's retired as Keegan Marsden will come to the plate now in the designated hitter spot tonight.
Keegan Marsden.
Excuse us. Marsden batting .262 on the season. 22 RBIs so far. 9 walks, 20 strikeouts as well. So he takes strike one there. Strike two called on the outside part of the plate. And Marsden's behind the count at 0-2. Marsden fouls that one off into the glove. Mullen makes the catch, and the inning's over. No runs, no hits. There was one London error. One man was left on base as we head to the top of the second inning. The Majors leading the Panthers 1-0. Yep.
After the
Back to the top of the second inning here at Jack Couch Park. Majors leading the Panthers 1-0. Starling Joseph will lead things off. Joseph batting .357 so far on the season. Man, you look through this Majors lineup, and there's not a weak point in the order. A lot of guys batting up 300 or better. As Joseph fouls that first offering away here from Nathan Laird. And apologies for the spam accounts that popped through the chat, folks. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about YouTube unless you make it a subscriber-only account and put some time limits on. It's a swung on a miss by Joseph, and he's quickly behind the count at 0-2 here. But thank you so much for tuning us on and tuning us in this afternoon from wherever you are watching. And thanks to the Panthers for allowing me to do this doubleheader this afternoon. That one misses inside, and a good place to waste one here by Laird. And the count is now 1-2 Majors got ahead early on the home run by Jacob Newton that just seemed to clear the fence and left, as most baseballs do in this park. The breeze is slight, is going to left field now. That one's fouled off into the screen just above our heads here. And the count will remain 1-2. 2 7-inning ball games on the slate this afternoon. There'll be about a half an hour break between games. Let the umpires and everybody else refresh a little bit and maybe change jerseys and get some food in their bellies. It's not really that small, no. It's just where the park sits everything else. It is 320 down the lines. It's 380 to center field. So it's not a small park by any short stretch of the imagination. It's just how the park is situated. A lot of balls seem to carry out of this park for some reason.
Number 48, Byron Reichstein.
As Joseph's retired for out number 1, he flies out to left field, and Byron Reichstein will be the batter now. Jays are 1 out away from winning. Geez, they must have been flying through that game. It was a 12:07 start, but that's good to see. You guys and gals in London are very blessed. You got a great broadcast team over there. Dylan Baker is going to be a superstar when he's old enough. He's just an absolutely talented young man that just I marvel at what he does on a weekly basis. I wish I had that drive when he was his age. This one has popped up behind the plate, and it's not gonna. It's gonna go up and over the screen to even the count at 1-1. Somebody got an unwanted souvenir down below us here. Yep. And then, of course, you know how it is with these small-town ballparks. The negotiation will begin. You're going to trade it in for a popsicle, or you're going to try to take the ball home, even though it is the property of the Panthers. Well, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. That one was for a ball, and the count is now 2 balls and a strike. No, there's 2 ballparks in the Inter-County I've never worked in, and it's now down to Labatt Park, and it's down to Welland Stadium. I've done a game in some capacity in every other ballpark in this league. And that one's in there for a strike to even the count at 2-2. It's on the bucket list to do one in each stadium, but I don't know how many more years I'm going to keep doing this for, but yeah, we'll see. I started as a bat boy with the Guelph Royals in 1992, so I'm not going to date myself too much further than that. I got called on and upon to start announcing them in probably 96. Whenever somebody was off or ill. And just grew from there. I've done games in Toronto for several years. I've done games and was welcomed back to the Royal City a couple years ago by Sean Fuller, so it was nice to see. This one's lofted in the center field. And tracked in down by Blake Jacklin in center field, and there's 2 away. F8 if you're scoring at home. Or in my case, I'm scoring on Point Streak.
Shortstop number 29, Taylor Wright.
Clear the count out, and there's 2 away. And Taylor Wright will be in here for the shortstop position today. Keith Candell is actually coaching at third base today, so that was kind of interesting. Not sure Keith is hurt or on, or it's just a chance for get the youngster Wright a chance to play a little more here. Of course, lots of teams trying to qualify players in time for postseason play as well. A batter needs 24 at-bats or 24 plate appearances, and a pitcher needs to be, I think it was like 15 innings or something, or 10 innings over 5 games or something. I have to look up the number again here. I don't want to misquote that and have somebody calling panic-stricken later. Let me just call that up now. I actually had it in the phone yesterday because somebody asked the exact question. Pitchers must have appeared in at least 5 games and pitched at least 10 innings, so I was correct off the bat. Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I didn't realize you were watching. Now I'm kind of going to sheepishly, I hope I didn't cause your ears to burn too much here. As Wright fouls this one off, the count is 0-2. But Dylan, anytime you want to come down to Guelph and do a game, you're more than welcome to, sir. I'll gladly give up my seat and let you do that. That one's fouled off again, and the count remains at 0-2 to Wright. You have been summoned. No, well, who knows? We might meet the majors in the postseason, or heck, maybe I can come down there on a Friday night when the Royals are down there, and maybe I can jump in for a couple innings with you. Who knows? We'll have to talk to Matt about that. See how he feels about that. I don't want to steal the thunder from you guys at all. That one misses for a ball, and the count's now a ball and 2 strikes. Grounder hit to the second baseman. He'll flip to first in time, and the majors are retired in order here in the second base, or second innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The Panthers will come to bat, trailing the majors 1-0. Welcome back to Jack Couch Park. London Majors leading the Kitchener Panthers 1-0 as we head to the home half of the second inning. Tyler Herinkus will lead things off for the Panthers. Henriquez batting .250 on the season. Had a big couple of knocks here Thursday night against the Brantford Red Sox, including a grand slam. Last night, like most Panthers bats, they went silent last night. So we mentioned it to Mark Perry, if Dylan, you're still listening. We want to get the broadcasters to come up with their own All-Star team for the IBL All-Stars as well, so if you guys are down. We'll try to work on that via email sometime in the next couple of weeks. You know, but interesting to see the broadcasters' takes on who should be the All-Stars. And of course, you can't vote for your own team. As Enriquez goes down on for the first out quickly here. And Drayden Sloat will be the batter now. First pitch is in there for a strike to Sloat. Ball misses high, and it's now 1-1. Sloat batting .210 on the season. Misses inside with that pitch. It really looked like he was trying to aim a lot of balls today. It just doesn't seem comfortable on this mound. It's now 2-1. That one misses outside. It's now 3-1. Sloat came into action 8 for 38, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. I believe he's got the home run in Guelph, actually. Pretty sure that that's where he hit it. That one is in there for a strike, and that count is now full at 3-2. No question. Glad you're on board, Dylan. We'll definitely get the email details going out or something, or maybe we'll get a Teams chat or something. We'll try to get each team to submit some rosters from their broadcasters. And you know that song only means one thing. That means Dan Mahoney's coming to plate here. With 2 away here. Mahoney batting .239 on the season. Swings and misses from the first offering. Ramirez. Ball misses outside. It's now 1-1. Long sets in there with the sign. Harris gets the sign, winds and works. And that's when it's fouled away off to our left. And it counts now a ball and 2 strikes. Kitchener is in white, Adam, yes. Majors wearing their road grays. Saw the Welland Jackfish last night. I want to say they were Hawaiian shirts. It was some sort of Caribbean night at Welland Stadium. That one misses outside, and the count is 2-2. Of course, the Jackfish took care of business last night, handing the Toronto Maple Leafs a 13-1 loss. The Royals defeated the Kitchener Panthers in the other game in the Intercounty, 9-1. Of course, you missed it off the top. Claudio Custodio set the new single-season record with 157 strikeouts last night as he mowed down 12 Panthers. As Mahoney fouls that one off to stay alive. usually quiet weekend in the Intercounty. At least on a Saturday anyways. Usually there's 3 or 4 games. Last night there was only 2. That's a slow grounder hit to the second baseman. 4-3 goes your putout. And the Panthers get nothing across here in the second inning as we head to the top of the third after the break. Welcome back to Jack Couch Park for the top of the third inning. The London Majors leading the Kitchener Panthers 1-0. I'm Neil Sriwastawa. Thank you so much for tuning us in this afternoon, wherever you may be watching. As Daniel Perrier, the first batter, to face Nathan Laird here in the third. Out-of-town scoreboard. Toronto Maple Leafs leading the Welland Jackfish 1-0. Hamilton and the Guelph Royals are tied scoreless into the third inning here as this one's driven to center field and looks like it's going to clank off the fence. Perrier is going to head to second base with a stand-up double. Laird's pitch got up in the strike zone, and Perrier made him pay. And a leadoff double to start the Majors' third.
Third baseman, number 97, Kieran Bowles.
Kieran Bowles will be the batter now, the third baseman, batting .218 on the season. As Bowles looks down to third base, and third base coach Keith Candell make a call on the signs today. Gonna have to rib him about that one later on. Might just be taking the first game off here with a doubleheader. First pitch misses for a ball. As Bowles attempted to square around to bunt, but then pulled it back. There's a strike called on the outside part of the plate to even the count at 1-1. So it's always interesting to figure out where fans are watching from and what draws them into the IBL as well. I don't know if your dad or your mom took you to your first game or something, or just like myself, I grew up a block away from the Hastings Stadium and just got drawn in by the sound some nights, and we used to sneak underneath the fence, not realizing that they never charged 12 and unders for baseball games. As Bowles wears that one off the arm and trots down to first with the hit by pitch.
Order, center fielder number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Yeah, my buddies and I used to climb the fence at Hastings Stadium, where we'd go underneath the fence to take some batting practice. Only to get kicked off by the Parks guy we nicknamed the Bullfrog, because he was just a big, burly guy that just would sit in his truck and yell at us way back when. Your hometown's Kitchener, Adam? Nice. Then a few years later, we were delivering papers for Billy Craven when he was running the Royals at the time as their business manager, so it's squared around and bunted. Laird's only going to have the one play at first. He'll make the play, and there's one away as Wilkie gets the bunt down. And Billy would give us the keys to the park and told us, because we knew we called the guy the Bullfrog, tell the Bullfrog to take it easy. Billy said it was okay.
Second baseman number 38, Jacob Newton.
1-3 goes the put out. He advances the runners to second and third. And there's one away now. Well, happy anniversary, Jackie. We'll get rid of the spam in a minute here. As Jacob Newton, who homered the last time up with the batter now, and he fouls off the first offering from Laird here. The count is 0-1. Yeah, YouTube's notorious for the spam. The bots look for anybody that's live and just go crazy on it. That one misses low, and the count is 1-1. As the Panthers faithful let the umpires hear it. We got to remind ourselves, only 3 guys get paid to call balls and strikes in this league. And unfortunately, if you're sitting in the cheap seats, you're definitely not one of them. This one's fouled away, and the count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Well, Nathan Laird's been called upon several times in various situations in this season for the Panther, and he's done a very admirable job to this point. That one misses outside. Counts even at 2-2. Newton steps back in the box. Laird toes the rubber once again and looks in from the sign from Mahoney. This one's driven into left field. Shallow left, might be trouble here. Runners are going to try to tag. Throw comes in, and it's right on the money to Mahoney. And there's 2 away. F7 goes the put out. Runners cannot advance.
Designated hitter number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
And Cleveland Brownlee with the batter now. Brownlee, who went down swinging in the first time through, will be the batter. Majors hanging on to this 1-0 lead early here in the third inning. Runners now at second and third with 2 away. If you're Laird, you got to go back to the same script you did in the first inning. As Brownlee gets a hold of this one to left field, and that one is a no-doubter. Mr. Brownlee goes downtown. And the Majors now lead this one by 4 at 4-0. Cleveland Brownlee with his 13th home run of the season. He'll extend his RBI lead as well. Yeah, Lyndon, that's not our channel. It's the Kitchener Panthers YouTube channel, unfortunately. I'll have to show them how to make it subscriber only. As Brownlee takes that one deep. That was a no-doubter off the bat. Get left in a hurry. Give Brownlee 3 more RBIs. And Robert Mullen now, the lead leader in batting average, the batter now. As Nathan Laird's just trying to settle back in here and throw strikes. Ball misses low to Mullen. Mullen added an action, batting .439 on the season. Brownlee's up to 44 RBIs now, 13 home runs. Mullen's got 10 home runs, 35 RBIs as he hits this one down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. Counts even at 1-1. Starling and Joseph on deck. As the wind has shifted slightly and is now blowing in from center field. That one knocked the glove off Mahoney here. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Laird with the delivery. Misses high. It's now 3 balls and a strike. A lot still to be decided in the intercounty in terms of standings. At least between the top 3 anyways. Maybe the top 4 or 5 as well. 4 and 5 might shift slightly depending on outcomes, but looks like it's a 3-horse race for first. Although the Royals are definitely seeming like more of an outside shot than anything as Mullen takes his walk down to first base with 2 away.
Number 7, Byron Reichstein.
It's Byron Reichstein now the batter. Sorry, Starling Joseph's the batter now. Starling Joseph the batter, the right fielder. Reichstein was sitting in the on-deck circle, so it messed the announcer up. I guess
Check
Joseph
right
is...
fielder number 7, Starling Joseph.
It's been great to see the season Cleveland Brownlee's had, too. Figured for sure after you got the elusive title out of the way last year, you might hang them up, but I think Scott and Roop and everybody else managed to twist his arm to hang around for at least one more season. There's no pension program in this, so there's no Freedom 55 or anything like that as far as longevity in the IBL, unfortunately. And Joseph takes that one deep as well. And the Majors have definitely found their stroke here in this inning off Laird. It's now 6-0. Nathan Laird's going to get a visit from the manager here. Not sure if there's anybody warming up in the Panthers bullpen. Maybe they are, though. Somebody is trotting out here. Looks like Jacob Ray is going to be the pitcher for the Panthers as Laird's day is done here. Majors increased their lead to 6-0. We'll be back after the break with a new pitcher. Byron Reichstein steps to the dish to face the new pitcher for the Panthers, number 30, Jacob Ray, making his first appearance. At least according to point streak, anyways. As the Majors now lead the Panthers 6-0, courtesy of 5 runs in this inning. All off the long ball. There's a strike called to Reichstein. The count is 0-1. Strike called again. And Reichstein behind the count at 0-2. Ball misses outside. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes here. 2 away in the Majors' 3rd inning. Ball misses outside again. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Take a quick gander at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Royals have taken the lead in Hamilton 2-0, and the Maple Leafs have increased their lead over the Jackfish to 2-0 as well. That one misses high again. And it's now a full count to Reichstein. (3-2) pitch on its way from Ray. Grounded to second baseman, bobbled off the glove. He recovers and throws to first. Throw is going to be off the line. That'll be an E4, and Reichstein's aboard with 2 away. E4 on the throw. Rushed to the tad and pulled the first baseman off the base.
Shortstop number 29, Taylor Wright.
You can't give the Majors any extra outs. Has a habit of coming back to hurt you. And Taylor Wright will be now the shortstop, will be the batter. Wright 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time through. This one's popped up in the infield. First baseman giving call for it. Makes the catch, and the inning's over. The Majors get 5 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Panthers error. 1 man was left on base. Majors now lead this one 6-0 as we head to the home half of the 3rd inning after the break. Welcome back to Jug Couch Park in beautiful Kitchener, Ontario. I'm Neil Sriwastawa. London Majors taking care of business here early, up 6-0, as Jose Arias completes his warm-ups here. Arias leads the league with the lowest ERA of 0.90. Second in the league in wins with 8, tied with Claudio Custodio. Jake Hartford, of course, of the Welland Jackfish, leads the league with 9 wins. Of course, Arias is second in strikeouts in the league at 100 behind Custodio, who set the new standard last night with 157. As Evan Sherman will be the batter here for the Panthers to start off the third. First pitch from Harris misses in there for ball 1. Thanks for the update, Adam White. It's 2-2 between the Jackfish and Toronto Maple Leafs at Christie Pitts. That one's fouled away by Sherman. Counts now 1-1. Now a ball and 2 strikes here. He goes down on strikes, and there's another one for Harris. That's the first out of the Panthers' third inning.
Third baseman number 66, David Polson.
And David Polson will be the batter. The third baseman comes in with a 100 batting average. Panthers got a base runner so far, but he reached on error. This one's off the end of the bat, hit to the third baseman, bobbled by the third baseman, and that's going to be an E5. And Polson's aboard to start the inning. Double clutched by the third baseman, and Jet Jarvis will be the batter now with the runner aboard.
Jarvis.
One out, one on here for the Panthers. Jarvis thought about bunting. The third baseman charged in. He pulled it back. It's ball 1. Jarvis batting .311. Fortunately now tied forever into the record books, as he was Claudio Custodio's 157th strikeout last night. There's thrown over the first. Check on the runner. The outside part of the plate got the black, and his count is now even at 1-1. This is out there. It's now 2 balls and a strike to Jarvis. Fouls that one off to even the count at 2-2. Ball misses, now a full count here. Jarvis came into action 28 for 90. No home runs, 10 RBIs on the season. That one's going to get past the diving second baseman. And the Panthers have got runners aboard here at first and second with just one away. That first hit of the ball game here for the Panthers.
Center fielder number 36, Blake Jacklin.
Then I bring up Blake Jacklin, who reached on an error in the first inning. Jacklin batting .370 on the season. Three home runs, 20 RBIs for the youngster Jacklin. First pitch misses for a ball. Game one of the doubleheader. If you're just tuning in, you haven't missed much other than the Panthers have gone yard 3 times in this contest. Cleveland Brownlee with home run number 13, the big knock. A 3-run blast in the top half of this inning, as that one's called for a strike. And the count is even at 1-1 here. Panthers got held to 3 hits last night, just 1 so far in this contest. That's what happens when you see the league's 2 best pitchers on back-to-back nights. Or night and an afternoon. It's the last 12 hours anyways. That one misses for a ball. And the count is 2 balls and a strike to Jacklin. Strike called at the knees to even the count at 2-2. A little base hit would do wonders for the Panthers' confidence anyways. That one misses outside, and now it's a full count here. With 1 away, runners are not going to be going on the pitch home anyways. But they'll definitely be watching with more intent here. That one's off the end of the bat, and that's going to be trouble. That is going to drop in for a base hit. It's going to load the bases here for Liam Wilson. Back-to-back seeing-eye singles here for the Panthers in the 3rd inning.
First baseman number 37, Liam Wilson.
And Liam Wilson will bat here. Wilson flew out to right field his first time through. Like I mentioned, he just rejoined the club in the end of June. Despite batting .406, he doesn't show up in the season leaders because he doesn't have enough plate appearances to qualify for the leader tally board. Wilson hits this one deep to center field. The center fielder is going back, the track, the wall. Bye-bye baseball. Grand slam for Liam Wilson, and the Panthers make it a 6-4 ball game. Liam Wilson with the big knock. And we got a ball game, folks.
Designated hitter number 34, Keegan Marsden.
And Keegan Marsden will bat now with just 1 away here in the Panthers' 3rd inning. Sorry if you woke anybody up there when we were screaming into the microphone. We got a little excited. Marsden takes the ball here. The Majors might have to come out and talk to their pitcher here. That one bounces in there, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes here all of a sudden. Six to 4 is your score now. As Marsden swings through that offering from Harris, it's now a ball and 2 strikes. I think he was checking the bat for holes. So he went around on that one, tried to check his swing, but the plate umpire said, no, you went. The count's even at 2-2. Well, I appreciate that, Jackie. This one's popped up and caught by the shortstop, and there's 2 away. F6 goes the scoring putout. And Tyler Henriquez will be the batter now with 2 away.
Shortstop number 58, Tyler Henriquez.
Henriquez grounded out his first time up to the second baseman, 4-3 in the second inning. Like I said, Henriquez, no stranger to the grand slam. He hit one himself Thursday night against the Brantford Red Sox. Red Sox led that game 5-1 at one point, and unfortunately came up the wrong end of that one as the Panthers stormed around with a bat-around inning in the 5th inning. First pitch is in there for a strike to Henriquez. That one goes inside a little too far. Henriquez gets out of the way of that one, and it's now counted as 1-1. Seen some unique things this year, that's for sure. A Hamilton Cardinal has hit for the cycle twice this season. We've come close to a couple of, I wouldn't say no-hitters, but really stellar shutout performances as Henriquez swings and misses at that one. Count is now 1-2. Fouls that one away to stay alive at 1-2. Of course, these games are 7 innings long, so manager's got to make the decisions a couple innings ahead of time here. Arias up to Arias is up to 49 pitches so far, 31 strikes, 18 balls. See, fouls that one off, but doesn't go down, and he calls him out. He abandoned the base path here, so the plate umpire called him out. He'll go down on the strikeout. To end the inning, but the Panthers do get 4 runs on 3 hits. There was one Majors error. Nobody was left on base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. It's 6-4 with the Majors leading.
For the Majors.
Top of the fourth inning here at Jack Couch Park in game number 1 of a doubleheader between the London Majors and the Kitchener Panthers. Majors clinging to that 6-4 lead since the Panthers answered back with 4 runs in the home half of the third inning, courtesy of the grand slam by Liam Wilson. Majors have got 3 home runs of their own. Cleveland Brownlee, Starling Joseph, and Jacob Newton. As that one's in there for a strike. To the batter, Daniel Perrier. A great afternoon of baseball throughout the league as well, and a great afternoon to have you guys here with us. As that one misses high, even the count at 1-1. A great crowd here at Jack Couch Park. A lot of grandstands, so it's hard to see, but it's definitely, if you were to just push them all in, it's not a bad crowd at all. They're definitely well spread out. Social distance, I guess, is the proper term. And that one misses for a ball, and the count's now 2 balls and a strike by Jacob Perrier. Perrier doubled his last time up. He came around to score on a home run by Brownlee. It's this one down the line, but that's just going to be just foul. That'll leave the count at 2-2. Born and raised in Texas, lives in the all over the USA. Nice. This one is driven into right field, and that one looks like it's going to clear the yard as well. And Perrier's got himself a solo blast to go with the double. Majors increased the lead to 7-4. Kieran Bowles will be the batter now. He's
number 97, Kieran Bowles.
He got hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third inning. As the Majors now lead this one 7-4. The ball is definitely traveling today, and the wind's actually blowing back in here from center field right now, so I'm not going to complain. Apologies for getting the breeze on the microphone, but it's nice to have it in our face. They're saying they checked over the first base thinking that Perrier missed first. Plate umpire with the call there. Ruled him safe. This one's driven to left field, but right at the left fielder. He'll make the catch in front of the warning track, and there's one away.
Back to the top of the order, center fielder number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Well, it's always great to see we have fans of the Intercounty throughout the world. We've had people watching the Royals broadcast from the Netherlands, Australia, Seoul, Korea, and the Philippines as well, which is kind of nice. God bless time zones. As Wilkie takes that one inside for a strike. Wilkie 0 for 1. He flew out to left field in the first. Got ahead a sacrifice hit in the third. And now it's a strike. Hits this one to left field again, but right at the left fielder. He makes one step to his right, and there's 2 away.
Second baseman, number 38, Jacob Newton.
Jacob Newton, who's 1 for 2 with a home run. Came into action batting .370. That's going to up the average slightly, I would imagine. Newton was a solo blast in the first inning. Just cleared the fence and left. I believe Newton got his first career home run in the IBL in Brantford the one night. As he grounds out, and the inning is over here. 3 on his sister goes your putout. The Majors get a run on 1 hit. There was no errors in. Nobody was left on base. We head to the home half of the 4th inning. Majors leading the Panthers 7-4 after the break.
Fielder number 15, Drayden Sloat.
Back here at Jack Couch Park, I'm Neil Shrivastava. Great to have you along with us for this afternoon. The London Majors leading the Kitchener Panthers 7-4 as Drayden Sloat will face Jose Harris here. Looking to get the Panthers back on the scoreboard. They're on the Kitchener Panthers YouTube this afternoon. And, of course, our home page on Twitch TV, which is Fielder's Choice Streaming. Thank you for watching wherever you guys are watching this afternoon. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. So first pitch to Sloat is in there for a strike. Called again for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Nice, Bake. No, the Panthers were in need of somebody to cover the game this weekend, so I was doing the Point Street games anyways, so Bill Pegg just nudged me a little more and said, yeah, I guess you could do the TV broadcast too. So that's why we're here doing both. That one misses for a ball. The count is now 1-2. This is outside again. Sloat doesn't chase. Nice. Appreciate it, Big. Ground ball up the middle. Charged by the second baseman. He's not going to have a play on that one. Took a last-minute U-turn on him. And Sloat's aboard with a base hit. Every time I hear this walk-up, I just, Dan Mahoney comes out to the Real American Hulk Hogan theme. So, it all brings me back to my childhood and watching WrestleMania. Literally a stone throw away here from the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. Like, it's literally behind the parking lot here. You can throw a rock from here and hit it. But Hulk Hogan taking on Andre the Giant with my brother in the obstructed view seats in the top row on closed-circuit TV. This one is driven to center field, not that deep. It's going to be caught by the right fielder, and there's one away. As Mahoney's retired for out number 1.
Second baseman number 6, Evan Sherman.
Evan Sherman now the batter. With one away here in the Panthers' 4th inning. As we clear the count out. In there for a strike. Umpire a little late on that call, but I think he thought about it and realized where it was. Of course, the auditorium, Jackie, is the home of the Kitchener Panthers of the OHL team. A lot of great former players have gone through there, the NHLers anyways. I believe Al McInnes, Scott Stevens, to name a few. I'm trying to think of more recent guys, but I haven't really followed the Rangers too much lately. Of course, I grew up in Guelph, so we watch the Guelph Storm on a regular basis. My kids aren't into sports, so Dad doesn't get to go to as many hockey games or baseball games as they used to. This one is driven to right field, but not that deep. Be caught on the run by Starling. And there's 2 away.
Third baseman number 66, David Paulson.
Oops, I got to count ahead of my head itself here by count. Got to put 2 outs on the board. Hit too many out buttons. My bad. Sorry. David Paulson now the batter. That one gets past the catcher on the wild pitch. And Sloat will take on down the second base with a wild pitch. And Paulson's got a 1-0 count to him. Ball misses outside. And it's 2-0. Yep. My daughter seems more eager than my son ever has been, so I used to drag my son to the ballpark when I was doing the play-by-play or scoring or anything or announcing. But he's never really been interested too much in sports. This year he came to one game. He lasted 3 innings, so I thought that was a victory. That one misses outside, and Polson takes a 4-pitch walk here. And the Panthers have got runners at first and second with nobody away. Or sorry, 2 away.
Jet Jarvis.
Jet Jarvis will be the batter now. He singled in the 3rd inning and scored a run. He came home on a grand slam by Liam Wilson. So we clear the count out here. 7-4 is your score here. Panthers threatening for the 2nd inning in a row here with the top of their order up. Jacklin takes a strike inside. Didn't like that call. But the count is 0-1. The Panthers faithful letting the plate umpire hear it in stereo. Jacklin calls times to adjust his helmet. One pitch on its way. Hits off the end of the bat here again. Fielded by the second baseman. He this time cleanly. He'll throw to first, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left on base for the Panthers as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Majors leading the Panthers 7-4. Yes, Jackie, that's definitely one of the best traditions here in the IBL. We usually, at some point, most of the ball clubs allow the kids, the youngsters in the ballpark to run the bases. And Guelph is usually at the bottom of the 5th inning, or at the top of the 6th anyways, and Panthers here. They do it to lead off the top of the 5th inning. Let them burn off some of those freezies they've been going through here. Of course, I don't know what do you call freezies down in the States?
For the Majors, designated hitter number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
We used to call them Kisco Pops and Mr. Freezies up here. I'm not sure what they are called down in the States now, but yes. As Cleveland Brownlee will lead off the top of the 5th inning here in game number 1. Brownlee, of course, with a 3-run blast. His 13th of the year, and RBIs number 43 and 44. Sorry, and 42 as well. He's up to 44 RBIs on the season, leads the league. Gonna up the batting average a little bit. He's 1 for 2. Pitch to Brownlee misses outside from Jacob Ray. Otter Pops? Okay, cool. That one's in there for a strike. And the count is 1-1. Still eat him, yep. They have a variety of flavors. I'm not a big fan of the watermelon one, though. The only kind of watermelon I like is actual watermelon. That was driven to right field. Charging hard is the right fielder. He's going to make the catch. And Brownlee's retired for out number 1. Great catch by the right fielder there. Had to bail out the second baseman who didn't have a chance, didn't see where it was, and Brownlee's retired for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. Of course, these are 2 7-inning bowl games, so.
Catcher number 25, Robert Mullen.
Robert Mullen now the batter. He's 0 for 1. He walked and scored a run on the home run by Starling Joseph. Struck out in the first. Trying to remember the last time somebody in our county was a catcher that led the league. I want to say Kyle DeGrace, but I don't think DeGrace was up that high. Damon Topley might have been in that conversation at one point too, but that one's fouled away. But what Robert Mullen's been doing this year has been nothing but remarkable here. The catcher is not exactly traditionally supposed to be your best hitter, but hey, whatever works. Count is even at 1-1. I am calling both games, Cubby, yes. 14 innings of baseball today. Plus, we're also scoring on point streaks, so if you guys are watching over there as well, we appreciate that. As that one's fouled away. And the count is now 1-2 to Mullen. Starling Joseph, who homered, is on deck here. That one totally just did not get gripped well by Ray. Count is 2-2. Well, thank you for tuning us in and turning us on wherever you guys are watching from this afternoon. We do really appreciate it. That one's fouled away. Count will remain at 2-2. Majors with only one clean inning was the second inning for the Panthers. As Joseph, Reichstein, and Wright went 3 up, 3 down. They've done something in every inning so far, other than the second inning. As Mullen goes down on strikes again, and he's out number 2 in this inning. Starling Joseph now the batter, the right fielder.
Starling Joseph.
The 2-run blast in the 3rd inning. After Cleveland Brownlee put a 3-spot up 2 batters before that. Umpire needs a reload of baseballs, hence the delay. Be an interesting few days in the majors as well to see who goes where as far as the trade deadline deals. That one's in there for a strike to Joseph, and Ray starts the count off at 0-1. Ball misses outside. It's even at 1-1 now. Took a quick gander at the Edgertown scoreboard. Looks like the scores are still the same. Hamilton's losing to the Royals 2-0. Jackfish and Maple Leafs are tied 2-2, and I believe it's in the 5th inning. That one misses inside. It's now 2 balls and a strike. That one misses again, and it's now 3-1. If you tune into the Kitchener broadcast and go, that's not Mark Perry. No, it's Neil Sriwastawa, actually. We're joining you this afternoon, as Mark's enjoying the long weekend with his family. That one's bobbled by the second baseman, and Joseph will reach on an E4. It's the 4th error of the contest, 2 on each side. And Byron Reichstein will be the batter now.
Left fielder number 48, Byron Reichstein.
A 2-out base runner for the Majors here in the 5th inning, and the always dangerous Byron Reichstein come up to the plate now. Reichstein batting .233 on the year. A little normal when he usually does, but again, he joined the season partway through. It's probably just taking him a while to get his hands and his hips back in game shape here, as this one's fouled away. The count is 0-1. Taylor right on deck. Should Reichstein extend the inning? Ball misses in there. It's now counts even at 1-1 to Reichstein. Reichstein 7 for 30 so far. No home runs, 3 RBIs. That one misses for a ball. It's now 2-1. Throw over. Joseph back in safely. Royals have increased their lead over the Cardinals to 3-0 in the 6th inning, as Reichstein swings right through that one to even the count at 2-2. Two pitch is on its way momentarily. Reichstein fouls it away to stay alive. Well, the top 3 positions in this league are separated by a game and a half, or sorry, 2 games. The half game between the Majors and the Jackfish going into action this afternoon. The Royals are right there behind them at 2 games back. As Reichstein goes down on strikes, we'll talk about that in the half inning after the break. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man was left on base for the Majors in the 5th. We'll take the break and come back after it. Blake Jacklin will lead things off for the Kitchener Panthers, who trailed the London Majors here at Jack Couch 7-4 in the 5th inning. Of course, these games are 7 innings. It's game 1 of a doubleheader. I'm Neil Sriwastava. Thank you so much for tuning us in this afternoon, wherever you are watching. And hope you're enjoying the long weekend here in Canada anyways. Well, some parts of Canada, it's a long weekend. It's a civic holiday on Monday. A lot of the retail operations are open. That one got off Mullen somewhere. It's fouled away. Jacklin with not a bad idea here, trying to get some base runners. The third baseman was playing way behind the bag. Now he'll take a couple of steps in here. The count is 0-1. Jacklin reached on an error in the first inning, singled and scored on the the grand slam by Liam Wilson in the third. Three of the 4 runs charged to Ares are earned, so that's going to bump his ERA up a little bit. Probably not too much, though. He's over the 70 innings pitched mark, so that ERA is going to probably stay right around the 1 mark, if anything. That ball misses outside. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Here to Jacklin. Jacklin, Wilson, and Keegan Marsden due up for the Panthers in the 5th, as they trail the Majors by 3. Between games, there'll probably be about a half an hour break. Might just leave the broadcast on so it's easier to have the reissue keys and everything else. Let's leave it on the Be Right Back screen or something. So feel free to go grab a snack or a cold one or two. Maybe make dinner. And join us for another ball game. As this one's lined past the second baseman for a base hit. And Jacklin's aboard to start the Panthers' 5th.
First baseman, number 37, Liam Wilson.
Liam Wilson will be the batter. He's 1 for 2 with the grand slam in the 3rd inning. Wilson batting .406 coming to action tonight. 4 RBIs on that one swing. It was an absolute no-doubter to center field. Wonder if the Panthers are starting, the Majors are starting Owen Boone in game 2 or not. Seems like the logical rotation part there. So that first pitch to Wilson misses for a ball. Air is definitely going to pitch him more carefully this time. So he goes back inside here, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Definitely trying to get Wilson off his game here as he took the first pitch, the last at bat over the fence for a grand slam. Pops this one, but it's going to go foul. Count is 1-2. Keegan Marsden and Tyler Henriquez on deck for the Panthers. As the Panthers just trying to chip away at this lead the Majors have put up here. Leans off, throws over the first, but not in time as Jacklin dives back in safely. Jacklin hits this ball to the third baseman. He'll flip to second for the force-up. On to first. In time for the double play as they go around the horn. A 5-4-3 double play. And the Majors get 2 outs there.
Number 34, Keegan Marsden.
And Keegan Marsden will be the batter now with 2 away. Marsden 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He struck out swinging in the first and flew out to the shortstop in the third. He swings for the first offering from Harris. The count is 0-1. If you're in the area and thinking about coming down to the ball game, why not stop in for game 2? As Marsden takes the count to 1-2 now. 0-2 pitches on his way. Misses inside. Mullen set up on the outside, and that one drifted in. A little too much break on that pitch. It's now 1-2. Marsden goes down on strikes, and so do the Panthers. There was no runs, there was one hit, there was no errors, and nobody was left on base as Harris gets out of the 5th inning with the Majors leading 7-4. Back after this short break. Top of the 6th inning here at Jack Couch Park. Sees Taylor Wright coming to the bat for the Majors. As Jacob Ray working in his 3rd inning of work here after taking over for Nathan Laird for the Panthers. That one misses high for ball number 1. And thanks for tuning in wherever you guys and gals are watching this afternoon on the YouTube, or if you're watching over on my Twitch channel. We do appreciate it, and thanks again to the Panthers for having us over this afternoon to do a doubleheader in place of the vacationing Mark Perry. As Ray's pitch misses again high, and the count is 2-0. Misses low again, and it's ball 3. Panthers, of course, this is game number 3 of 4 in 3 days, or 4 days for this Panthers team. They hosted the Brantford Red Sox on Thursday night and lost to the Guelph Royals 9-1 last night as Wright takes the 4-pitch walk here. He'll be aboard to start the inning. Daniel Perrier will be the batter now.
First baseman number 15, Dan Perrier.
Perrier 2 for 2. He's got a double and a home run so far. Pair of runs scored and 1 RBI to go. Perrier hits this one down the right field line, but it looks like it's going to be drift foul out of play. A lot of out of play here at Jack Couch Park. So definitely could make a play down the lines. Very interesting. If a ball skips off the base and goes into one of these corners, it could be trouble as well. Perry hits this one to right field on the flare. Right fielder charging hard. He'll make the catch. The one-handed glove catch anyways, and there's one away. And Wright will scamper back to first.
Third baseman, number 97, Kieran Bowles.
Kieran Bowles now the batter. He's 0 for 1. Got hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning and scored in the 4th inning. Sorry, flew out in this 4th inning. He scored in the 3rd. First pitch to Bulls misses for a ball. It's London at bat right now, Adam. London's batting at the top of the 6th inning here. Kitchener's the home team for both games. Throw down to second base. They got the runner hung up. He just stopped halfway through. I'm not sure why he just didn't give himself up there. That'll go into the books for ball number 2 and a caught stealing. I think that was a hit and run that went awry there. And then there's 2 away here. And a 2-0 count to Bowles. Two 6 goes your putout. That one's in there for a strike. And Jacob Ray now 2 pitches away from getting out of this inning. Or a ground ball or a fly out away from it. That one misses low. Maybe I jinxed it there. And it's 3-1 now. So the line to center field is going to drop in front of the center fielder, Jacqueline. And Bowles has himself a 2-out single.
Back to the top of the order, center fielder number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Is Austin Wilkie be the batter now with 2 away and a runner aboard. Wilkie's 0 for 2. He's flew out to left field twice, and he's got a sacrifice bunt to his credit. Or sacrifice hit anyway, sorry. As Ray gets him to chase that first pitch for a strike 1. Cardinals trailing the Royals in the Entertown scoreboard 3-1 as the Cardinals broke the goose egg in their half of the 6th inning. Throw over. Bowles dives back in safely. Social media is a wonder, especially when people keep tagging you on everything. Your phone goes crazy. That one misses for a ball. Counts even at 1-1. As the Panthers faithful definitely again trying to convince the umpire otherwise that was a ball. Looked like it was on the other side of the chalk to me. And Mahoney did a good job of pulling that one in. This one's popped up in the outfield. Looks like Jacqueline's going to make the catch just in front of the warning track to end the inning. Majors do get no runs on one hit. There was no errors. One man was left on base as we head to the home half of the sixth inning. Majors leading the Panthers 7-4. We're back with the action for the home half of the sixth after the break. Welcome back to Jack Couch Park in Kitchener, Ontario. I'm Neil Sriwastawa. The London Majors leading the Kitchener Panthers 7-4. We head to the home half of the sixth inning here. As Tyler Henriquez will lead things off, the shortstop is 0 for 2 in the contest. Out-of-town scoreboard, the Toronto Maple Leafs have taken the lead on the Welland Jackfish 3-2. That one's in the bottom of the sixth inning. Other game in the Inter-County, the Guelph Royals leading the Hamilton Cardinals 3-1 in the top of the seventh inning. That one's in there for a strike to Henriquez to start the count at 0-1. Here, Jose Arez is still going here. He takes another strike in there. And the count is quickly 0-2. Just the one mistake, really, by Arez this afternoon. That was the first pitch to Wilson. He clobbered it to center field, and he goes down on strikes here as he pushes the umpire out of the way. And he's going to be aboard here with a strikeout. The official score will be K wild pitch.
Left fielder number 15.
On the drop's third strike, and he's aboard. Still counts as a strikeout to Arez's seasonal totals, though. And the Panthers have got some life here in the sixth inning of a seven-inning ball game. Drayden Sloat now the batter. He singled his last time up. Andy Leader now the batter.
Pinch hitter number 49, Andy Leader.
Leader comes in to pinch hit here for Drayden Sloat. Even the PA announcer was fooled. First pitch, the Leader's in there for a strike. Likely leader will go to center field. That means Jacqueline will probably go to left for the 7th inning. And that one he checks the swing, and the count is 1-1. Leader second in the league in batting average heading to action last night. Dropped the average down to 381, though. Like we said, the Panthers were held to 3 hits last night by the Guelph Royals. Mostly Claudio Custodio, who we kidding, but still. Custodio went 7 and 1/3 last night. Tallied 12 strikeouts, allowed 2 hits. I believe he had a walk in there as well. But the Panthers had to face back-to-back aces. Actually, 3 aces in a row. We saw the Red Sox ace as well. As that one is fouled away, the count is now 1-2. Leader swings and misses at that offer, and he goes down on strikes. It's the second strikeout of the inning for Arraez here.
Catcher number 45, Dan Mahoney.
And Dan Mahoney will be the batter again. I swear I'm going to have this song stuck in my head all week. There's one away now. Enriquez struck out but reached on the wild pitch. That one misses for a ball. Throw down by Mullen. Enriquez jumps back in. And it's 2 balls here to Mahoney. Evan Sherman on deck. Mahoney fouls this one away. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Or sorry, 2 balls and a strike. Yep. 2 balls and a strike is your count. Sorry, my bad. Sometimes words are hard. Eyeballs don't catch up fast enough. This one's fouled away. To even the count at 2-2. It's 1-2. Okay, I was on one pitch ahead of myself here. Now it's 2-2. We had it right, honest, we did. We know what we're doing. We're professionals. Only 2 people up on the booth today, so we're kind of doing multitasking all over the place. That one misses high, and the count is now full with 1 away. Mahoney pops this one up first base side. First baseman calls for it, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Mahoney's retired in foul territory for out number 2. Oops.
Second baseman number 6, Evan Sherman.
Hit the wrong button there and almost gave somebody a run accidentally. Oops. Evan Sherman now the batter.
Check that, number 52, Simon Grinberg.
Simon Grinberg, the pinch hitter here. Springberger swings and misses at that first offering. Panthers go to their bench here just to change things up a little bit and get guys an opportunity to see one of the best pitchers as Grinberg hits this one to center field. Not that deep. Center fielder is going back to the track, makes the catch, and that's the inning over. Panthers strand a runner here, and that's all they do. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man was left on base. We had the top of the 7th inning. The final inning of regulation here is a doubleheader, with the Majors leading 7-4. Back after this break. Welcome back to Couch Park as David Brinsma takes over on the hill for the Panthers. Trying to make sure we have all the defensive changes in the books here. As Newton takes a ball and a strike here, even the count at 1-1 to start the 7th inning. And singles here to start the inning off for the Majors. To go along with his home run in the 1st inning.
Designated hitter number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
As Cleveland Brownlee will bat now. Brownlee got the bats going again in the 3rd inning. His 13th home run and his 44th RBI of the season. He's 1 for 3. As the big man from Georgia steps to the plate. Like I alluded to earlier in the game, you'd be hard pressed to find a better ambassador for the league and a better ambassador for the game of baseball in general than Cleveland Brownlee. I've never seen him turn down an autograph request, and a request for an interview, anything at all. As Brownlee hits this one foul, the count is 1-1. The league's a better place with Cleveland Brownlee in it. I hope to get the chance to interview him when they're in town next weekend, just to touch base with them and say hi for old time's sake. Not many of us old guys still around this league. Of course, Brownlee in his 11th season with the Majors. Remember when he broke in? And he absolutely tattooed one off the scoreboard at Hastings Stadium. As he swings and misses on that pitch from Brunsma. And the count is 1-2. And throughout the years, we would always see him coming to the ballpark and everything else. He'd always say hi. I don't think he knows my name, but I know he knows who I am. As Brownlee goes down on the strikes and give him the stolen base to Newton on that play. And the Majors have got one away here and a runner at second base now in scoring position.
Catcher number 25, Robert Mullen.
Robert Mullen, the catcher now. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored so far. Mullen struck out a pair of times. Came to action leading the IBL with a .439 average. Sure, it's going to drop a few points if he goes 0 for 3 in game one, but I got the luxury of playing 14 innings today, so the chances are it's probably going to go back up. As that one comes inside and doesn't graze Mullen, but it's ball one. Majors batting here. Leading 7-4. Pretty much all the runs come in and on long balls today. Majors open the scoring with a home run in the first inning. Cleveland Browning make it 4-0 with a 3-run blast. Then Starling Joseph with a 2-run blast 2 batters later. And Daniel Perrier with a solo blast in the fourth to account for all the Majors runs as that one's fouled away. And the count is 1-1. And for the Panthers, the grand slam by Liam Wilson accounts for all 4 of their runs. As Mullen swings and misses at that pitch from Brunsma. And now the count trails the count at 1-2. Thanks, Butch. I stand corrected 13 seasons. Well, you got to tell your media guy he's got 11 years here in his press release, or sorry, his pronunciation guide. I'll jive Matt Hiscock about that one later. I'm reading typos. Hope you're doing well today, Butch. This one's fouled away. Always great to have you pop into the chat. The count remains 1-2. This, of course, is game 1 of 2. Maybe about a half an hour break between ball games. Let the umpires and players rehydrate. Runner goes on the play. This one's hit ground to the shortstop. Long throw and high throw, but they're going to get Mullen on the tag for the second out. 6-3 goes to put out, and the runner goes to third with 2 away. Hit and run was on, obviously. The Panthers now got a runner 90 feet away, trying to get that 4th run across here, the 4th insurance run here, and avoid Grand Slam territory. As Starlin Joseph, who's homered in this contest and reached on error, will be the batter. He's 1 for 3. Jacob Newton stands off third base here as Joseph comes to the plate. Thank you all for tuning in this afternoon. Where have you been watching from? You tuned into the Kitchener broadcast and I'm very confused. Why is the golf guy doing it? But, you know, sometimes you just help out where you can. As I said on my Instagram, have Mike have point streak will travel. As that one's fouled away, the count is even at 1-1. The wind is blowing in from center field, and that breeze feels nice on the face, I'll tell you that much. It's a little toasty up here, and I forgot to bring a fan from the ballpark last night. It's all good. So it's limed at the middle, and that's going to go through the wickets past Brunsma, and that's going to score the Majors' 8th run of the contest. And Joseph picks up RBI number 3 in the afternoon. Single and an RBI there.
Number 48, Byron Reichstein.
Brunsma did his best to get out of the way of that one. Reichstein takes a ball there. Reichstein goes on Joseph goes on the play. He's in there. The count is now 2 balls and no strikes, and the runner's now at second base with 2 away as Joseph steals the base with ease. Count is 3-1 to Reichstein. That one's fouled away. Full count pitch on its way from Brunsma to the always dangerous Reichstein momentarily. Reichstein calls time as Brunsma wasn't quite ready to go here. He takes ball 4 here. And the Panthers have got runners, the Majors have got runners at first and second here with 2 away.
Shortstop number 29, Taylor Wright.
Taylor Wright will be the batter now. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded to the second base, popped up to the first baseman, and walked in the 6th. He got caught stealing in the 6th inning on a botched hit and run attempt. Kind of just stood out near halfway between second and first and hope nobody noticed him out there. As that's one that's a called strike. Wright's behind the count at 0-1. Ball misses just outside. It's 1-1. Pitch sails wide. It's now 2 balls and a strike to Wright. This one's lofted in the center field. Leader's giving this one chase. He'll make the catch on the run at the warning track, and the Majors have retired. They do get a run on 2 hits. There was no errors, but 2 men were left on base. We head to the home half of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Panthers here in game number 1 as they trail the Majors by 4 at 8-4.
Bottom of the 7th for your Kitchener Panthers, third baseman number 66, David Polson.
David Polson will lead things off for the Panthers here in the home half. For the Kitchener Panthers, who trailed the London Majors 8-4 in game number 1 of the doubleheader. Last chance for the Panthers here in the 7th. As Arias looking for the complete game here. First pitch misses for a ball. Can't really see down in the bullpen there if there's anything going on down in the Majors end. Doesn't look like it. His manager, Root Channer, that thing on the customary bucket down there. The strike is called. The count is 1-1. I said about a half an hour pause time between games to let the guys refresh, change shirts, whatever. The umpires change gear as well. That one misses for a ball, and the count is now 2 balls and a strike. All runs except for last inning came via the long ball in this contest so far. As he goes swinging for that one, and Polson's got the count at 2-2. Swings and misses, and there's another strikeout for Arias. And the Panthers down to their final 2 outs.
Back to the top of the order, right fielder number 23, Jet Jarvis.
Jet Jarvis now the batter. He's 1 for 3. He's grounded up the second baseman twice and singled and scored a run on the grand slam by Liam Wilson in the 3rd inning. London got 1 in the 1st, 5 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 7th. As Jacklin takes that inside pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. Another typical game here at Jack Couch, where the ball likes to sail on a good afternoon. The count even 1-1. Blake Jacklin, who moved over to left field into the top of the inning with it on deck. Followed by Liam Wilson if the inning goes that far. One-two pitch on its way. He fouls it off to stay alive. At 1-2. Top of the 8th inning in Toronto. The Maple Leafs leading the Jackfish 3-2. The Maple Leafs pull off that victory. The Majors will actually have a half-game lead on the Jackfish for first place. This one's lined into center field for a base hit. And the Panthers have got life here in the home half of the 7th inning.
Center fielder number 36, Blake Jacklin.
Blake Jacklin will come to bat like we mentioned before. He's 2 for 3. He's reached base all 3 times he's been up. He reached on air in the 1st inning. He singled in the 3rd. Came home with a score on the grand slam by Liam Wilson. And, of course, singled in the 5th inning and got left and was erased on the double play in the 5th. But Jacklin continued to have a great season here. He takes strike 1. Amaris. Outside part of the plate, and Jacklin knew it too. He's quickly behind the count at 0-2. Strike 3 called. Jacqueline goes down looking. And the Panthers are down to their last out. And the always dangerous Liam Wilson will come to the plate.
37, Liam Wilson.
Wilson with the grand slam in the third inning, accounting for all the Panthers' runs so far. He flew out to right field in the first, and of course grounded into the double play in the fifth inning. But love to get some more damage done here and keep the Panthers alive in this game with now 2 away. This one's skied high in the air here. Mullins making the call for it. Makes the catch. And that's the ball game. Majors win this one 8-4. Of about a 30-minute to 40-minute break between ball games here. If you're coming back to join us for game 2, look for us on YouTube. Look for us on Twitch after that. But the Majors get the job done here, winning 8-4. For the Majors, 8 runs on 8 hits. There was 2 errors. The Kitchener Panthers, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Panthers left 5 on base in the afternoon. So what was without their chances here?
Fans, here's your box score for the first game for this afternoon versus the Majors. The visiting London Majors, 8 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors.